Ladies and gentlemen, our first battle of the night will be 3 5-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Introducing your first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 1 win and 2 losses. He stands 167 centimeters tall and weighs already 56.9 kilograms. Representing Bali MMA out of Bali, Indonesia, by way of India. Give it up for Satya Behuria. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 5 wins and 2 losses. He stands 167 centimeters tall and weighs already 56.7 kilograms. Representing Team Lakay and fighting out of Baguio City, the Philippines. Give it up for Jomar. Your referee is Tomas Bronder.
Phil, 5 times tonight we're going to have a bout where a local fighter, a Philippine fighter, takes on an international fighter. This is the very first one. What we're about to see is Philippines versus India.
Satya Behuria in the black trunks and Jomar in the now famous Team Lakay red. Here we go.
Little feeling out period. Team Lakay fighters tend to allow their opponent to attack first, see what they've got.
Beautiful straight landed there by Jomar. Just waited, got the timing of Satya Behuria. Oh, beautiful head kick. Stringing his attacks together wonderfully here. In the clinch initiated by Jomar. Now we're in the most testing, grueling aspect of mixed martial arts, the clinch here. The 50-50 position, one man has an overhook, one man has an underhook. Really just wearing on each other right now. Nice deep knee landed there by Jomar.
Phil, this is one of the more telling moments in mixed martial arts. You can tell very quickly who the stronger fighter is when they're pushed up against the fence, because the stronger fighter, in terms of slow twitch muscles, in terms of fast twitch muscles, essentially is going to be able to put his opponent's back on the fence and hold him there.
We see Jomar, he's got the clinch and he's just pressing against Satya, wearing him out, but he's creating little pockets of distance, and in those little pockets of distance we see him landing the strikes. Satya Behuria just reversed the position. Momentarily looked like he was in on a single. But beautiful counter work there from Pak. Again, just found a pocket of space and unleashed the knee. Satya Behuria said, I no longer want any of that action, and disengages.
Jomar does appear to be superior in terms of distance management. He appears to be playing the outside better and the inside. There are ways to defeat that, and one of them is brawling.
Oh, charging forward is Jomar.
Filipino crowd loving this action.
Just ran at his opponent with a flurry of punches and instigates the clinch again. What I like that Jomar's doing is he's not settling in this position. Sometimes we see fighters settle in this position and get broken by the referee who separates them. But Jomar's constantly throwing something, he's throwing knees, he's finding little pockets of space.
Cute little escape by the opponent, Satya Behuria. Grabbed the head, twisted it, spun out. He's going to see if he can try his luck on the outside.
Just seen him changing levels there, perhaps trying to set up that big right hand.
Oh, down, overrocked! Satya is still in this fight.
What powers of recovery by Satya Behuria.
Incredible recovery by the Indian exponent.
The break in the round coming at perhaps just the right time for Satya Behuria. Giving him a minute or so to recoup. The takedown could be huge at this stage. Elbows being landed by Pak.
Excellent warning from the referee not to strike the back of the head.
Really short, sharp elbows. Underhook being digged in there by Jomar Pak.
Step in and throw.
Big takedown.
Down to the ground.
That's absolutely huge for Satya Behuria. What can he do from this position?
Jomar Pak is keeping his composure, catching his breath.
Satya Behuria hooking one leg.
First the hand, then the knee. Next will come the foot, and he's up.
Great work. Great defensive wrestling there by Jomar Pak.
Textbook, rise off the mat.
Trying to dig in for a second underhook here. Space there for a knee. Big swing on the break from Satya Behuria. Jomar Pak diversifying his attack there with kicks going low and high. Oh, digs into the body.
One of the things we love about Team Lakai
big
is how the
overhand.
shots can come out of nowhere.
Just as you say it, right on cue. And another one from Pak. Pak's really finding his distance now.
Behuria's shooting, I think, out of necessity.
Or desperation.
Jomar can be taken down, but he thus far cannot be held down.
They look to elevate here.
Down again.
That's 2 takedowns for Satya Behuria. First round in the books, Kerry.
First round ends. Great one. I call that one. 10-9 for Jomar Pak due to his outstanding striking. But big props to Satya Behuria for getting, as you said, not 1, but 2 takedowns in this, the first round.
So there we see just an opening leg kick and then some beautiful work from Jomar Pak, just dropping Satya Behuria and chasing with thunderous strikes. Big overhand again by Jomar Pak. That just goes back to what you were saying, Carrick, about Jomar Pak having the ascendancy in the striking of this fight.
He does indeed. He's thus far managed to distance manage absolutely beautifully. I would go so far as to say thus far his distance management has been perfect. When he was too tight to the inside, he moved out. Too far on the outside, he moved in. It's been textbook. We've got short time now till round 2. What do you think the final words of advice in Satya's corner was? Go for the takedown again?
Yeah, I think they're going to be... Yes, on paper, yes, they lost that round, but I think Satya Behuria is bound to have gained in confidence a little bit, knowing that he can take Jomar Pak down. But taking him down and holding him down are 2 completely different things, Carrick.
Yes, they are. Round 2. I'd like to see Satya's hands a little higher.
See Pak just stalking right now, trying to give Satya Behuria different looks, throwing a couple of feints to try and get some sort of a reaction from Satya Behuria.
One of the things that impresses me about Satya is he does have a tough chin. He does not mind taking a shot if he feels like he can land 2 or 3 himself. Very unusual to see body attacks in MMA, but you do see the highest level of mixed martial arts technique in the Brave Combat Federation cage.
Jomar really looks like he's found his range now. Oh! Fantastic head kick.
Sweat went flying.
But I like what he did there. He was working the body a little bit, throwing the low leg kicks, bringing the stimulus downstairs. And just as he does that, fires off a picture-perfect head kick. Props to Satya Behuria for eating that head kick.
He's a bad man. Beautiful timing on the level change. Wasn't quite good enough.
Pak a lot more aware now of the takedown threat. He's keeping a very wide base.
Phil, of course, if you simply go for the takedown and don't strike, it becomes nearly impossible.
Yeah,
your opponent. Oh, headshot!
Return head kick and spinning back kick from Jomar Pak.
There's that wushu.
I think Jomar Pak's starting to have a little bit of fun in there, Carrick.
Jomar kicking low. I expect a high kick coming anytime soon. I'd like to see Satya keep those hands up. That right hand's just a little low.
He's not remaining stationary, which I really like. Jomar Park, every time he lands a shot, we see him on his bike. We see that constant movement. And it's not just back and forward. We see the lateral movement there.
Big power in those hands from Satya Behuria. One shot could turn this around.
He's really trying to find a home for that right hand. Hasn't quite landed it clean yet, but if he did, it would be not a great night for Jomar Park.
In on the single.
Has he got it? Nice use of the wizard there from Jomar Park. Uses it to get himself back up.
Takedown attempt, not quite over.
Needs to be careful not to give up his back. Does the right thing by turning in towards Satya Behuria.
Excellent clinch work by both fighters. Now we've got Behuria pushing his opponent up against the wall, making room and landing a shot. No question, both fighters can play this game.
Second round a lot more even.
Satya has taken some clean shots to the head. They do have an effect.
Beautiful
Just like that
uppercut.
one. Those do have an effect on conditioning.
Absolute shovel uppercut there from Jomar Park.
Satya's arms may be getting heavy now.
Landed that uppercut clean, just as Satya Behuria was coming in.
They are, Phil. Satya's arms are slowing down. They're heavy.
Jomar Park might smell a little bit of blood in the water here.
Satya is a beautifully conditioned athlete, but when you do take clean headshots, it does take away from your conditioning.
Nice knees being landed in the clinch. Again, finds just enough of a pocket of space to land those points accumulating strikes.
Attempted flying triangle.
Pulls guard, interesting.
The arm is on the inside.
Jomar Park may just be looking to get that arm out onto some. Reversal work there by Satya Behuria.
Although that flying triangle attempt didn't work, big props to Satya Behuria for trying it.
Oh, high crotch
Sacrifice throw! Down, up!
It's a knee to the head. He's on wobbly legs, Carrick.
You gotta go! Satya, don't wait!
Don't think Jomar Park realized just how much he had hurt Satya Behuria in that moment.
The legs come back within 5 to 10 seconds. He's got him back under him. Shot behind the ear.
Big
again.
takedown. Big takedown in the closing stances of this fight. But look at Satya Behuria. As soon as his back hit the ground, he went for the foot on hits. Has one butterfly hook in.
Looking for that triangle.
Really active Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from Satya Behuria. Needs to be wary of the up kick to
Really
Jomar Park.
active ground and pound from top. That's it. Round 2. Jomar Payak's corner has got to be happy with that performance in the second round. I would say it's now 2 rounds to 1. Do you agree?
I'd be inclined to agree with you there, Carrick. We see straight into the replays. We see Satya Behuria going in on that high crotch, almost like a Hail Mary style throw. And then that knee just landed and followed up with strikes by Jomar Park. The greater fluency and the more telling shots were definitely landed by Jomar Park, and we see him there scoring a takedown at the end of the round, and that pretty much solidified the round as a 10-9.
I do love the fact, though, that although he was on wobbly legs, he did fall back looking for that submission. Phil, I believe Satya Behuria's corner, I know, they're brilliant at mixed martial arts. I believe they know that their fighter is down 2 rounds to 1. They're telling him to look for a finish.
Yeah, we may see Satya Behuria go out here and perhaps be a little bit reckless, which may leave an opening for Jomar Park.
Let's go, Satya. That'll be work. Yeah, that's it. I like this pace.
Yeah, we've seen Satya Behuria there take the center of the Brave Arena.
Don't wait for him, Satya. You haven't got anything big. Go.
Attacking Jomar Park with a little bit more urgency.
Let the change go. Good boy. Hey,
There we go, 1-2 attempt there.
Satya, let's go. Now, let's go.
Satya Behuria is absolutely still in this fight.
Right here. Wait, Satya.
Jomar Pak initiates the clinch, but we've seen how strong Satya Behuria can be in that clinch position.
Conditioning may have withdrawn some of that strength from Satya. We're about to find out.
Good work from Jomar Pak to keep Satya Behuria pressured up against the cage.
Once he's established that crush against the cage, we may see him separate just a little bit, long enough to land a shot before coming in and pinning his opponent again.
Satya Behuria tries to land a big knee of his own. Behuria's corner screaming, get out of that position. Jomar Pak trying to get in on a double leg takedown here, but just doesn't quite have it.
Interesting. Jomar Pak earlier went for a leg trip, then the double.
That's twice we've seen Jomar Pak throw that kind of kick. Oh, spinning back kick.
Nasty wushu technique.
A real fluidity and a beautiful diversity of strikes being landed here. And there's that shovel uppercut again from Jomar Pak.
That was a beautiful side kick straight in the knee and then a spin kick to the midsection. Shot as the double was attempted.
Good defense work from Jomar Pak. Oh, beautiful crushing knee to the midsection. 3 minutes to go in our third and final round here at Brave Combat Federation 22 Storm of Warriors. Can Satya Behuria pull a rabbit out of the hat here?
Well, whether he wins or he loses, I love the fact that Satya Behuria is losing some of these exchanges, but not his heart. He is still 100% in this fight.
Oh, beautiful break there from Jomar Pak. Just lands a wonderful right. A stiff jab. Jomar Pak just needs to be careful not to drop the hands after throwing that straight. Satya trying to land a fight-ending strike.
I think that's a wise move on his part at this point.
Oh, beautiful knee.
Attack, nice knee strike to the head. Oh!
Spinning back fist from Jomar Pak.
Wushu is a thing of beauty.
Jomar Pak looking very calm in there. And that's something that we alluded to at the top of the broadcast. The looser a fighter is, more often than not, the better they fight.
The mind's more agile, body's more agile, as we're seeing play out before us. Head kick! Jomar Pak's got a mighty chin.
I think it's fair to say at this stage, Jomar Pak does look like the fresher fighter. Satya Behuria is just plodding ever so slightly, trying to land that one big punch.
The ability to keep a strong chin like that in the third round is a sign of incredibly intense training in the gym. What you're seeing here is the result of years and years and years of the hardest work.
Then again, Jomar Pak lands a strike and then just gets out of the way. And a big takedown from
This
Jomar
is going to
Pak.
be interesting.
Huge ground and pound, but needs to be wary of the triangle. You see the guard of Satya Behuria just creeping up the back of Jomar Pak.
May you see a little rubber guard attempt.
I'd like to see Pak posture here. Want some heavy ground and pound.
I think he'd like to, but I think Satya is not allowing that to happen.
Momentarily shifted the hips there. Has a hand on the wrist. Really is do or die right now for Satya Behuria in this fight.
Superman punch may be on the way.
Beautiful straight right down the pipe there by Jomar Pak. Jomar Pak really just putting an exclamation point at the end of this fight right now.
And that is time.
What an opening fight. I think it's fair to say, you know, a real show of mixed martial arts dominance there from Jomar Pak. What we saw him do was chain his attacks. He was winning the striking exchanges, but when he needed to, he landed fantastic takedowns. There's that spinning heel kick right to the sternum of Satya Behuria, who wore it very well. Then that takedown, again illustrating the diversity of his whole round mixed martial arts game.
I do want to give a monster shout out right now, but first I am going to have an opportunity to give a monster shout out right now. Satya Behuria stayed in this fight 100%. Jomar did what he wanted to do. He landed devastating kicks to the head, to the knees, to the body, and yet Satya Behuria was in there fighting to the very last second. Big props to the man. I do think he's going to lose this fight 30-27. Phil, the judges are now adding up their scores. Very shortly, those scores will be carried into the Brave cage and read out to this adoring crowd and to Brave Nation.
Jomar Black looks happy with the performance, and of course he should be after a performance like that. A great way to open up the card here in the beautiful Philippines.
And there's our president, the Hawk. This is an organization by fighters, for fighters, and for the planet. The Hawk, Muhammad Shahid, is a retired fighter himself. He knows this sport from every side there is, and there's the roaring lion of pride.
Nothing left to do but send it up to Mr. Carlos Kramer for the official decision.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for these two warriors in our first fight of the night. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the same way, 30-27, for a unanimous decision victory for your winner. Out of the red corner, from the Philippines, Jomar!
Just as we predicted, a fantastic win for Jomar Pak. He now extends his winning streak in Brave Combat Federation